What's up, guys? XRP charts here with another quick 5-minute update on the XRP chart. All right, so if you're following on from yesterday, we made the call last night that we thought our 5 waves were in, and yeah, it looked like the 5 waves for wave 3 had finished there. I actually spot bought a whole bunch of XRP there last night. I was heading to bed, so I didn't want to yeah, miss the chance that if this thing took off to not be in XRP. There was a pretty good chance it was going to go up anyway, so that was the risk I was willing to take. Was although our entries down here, this was still not a bad spot buy entry, and that's what we said. We said in the previous videos that you can start looking at buying at the end of this wave 3 in case we get a truncated 5 that finishes early anyway. So the entry down here may be as good as we're going to get if we do get a truncated. So, but I was pretty confident after those 5 clear waves had finished that we were going to get some upward movement while I slept. The big thing now is, do we look at selling in anticipation for this next wave, or do we just kind of hang on to what we've done? So, hopefully, what we're going to go through now will help you guys out. We can see here that we have got 5 little waves here, which may have been an indication that this correction had completed. We did get rejected perfectly at the wave 1 invalidation line here. This is on the 15-minute. On the hourly chart, the higher the time frame, the better. It's a bit more. So yeah, you can see that we only just crossed wicks there. So usually that I would definitely 100% sold there, but what we're seeing on the lower time frames for this move, so we've got a high, a higher high, and another higher high. So usually, and it probably won't play out this time, but usually when we start to see these corrections, we want to start seeing some bearish divergence across these lower time frames. And look here, I mean it's equal, so it's sort of a hidden bearish divergence, but it's if this peak was down here, then for sure I would definitely be looking at selling. But I can't really call. I don't really want to call the corrections finished when there's still a fair bit of strength in that move there on the MACD. So I mean, when we look at other corrections here, you can see we get this nice bearish divergence. And that was a pretty good indicator that that was going to be the top there. Here it's kind of equal, and what that leads me to believe is that we could just see one more little mercy pump. Now it might only be half a cent, it could be nothing, but if we look at the Elliott wave possible patterns here, we could be getting a rising wedge here, and this is why I've just said on Twitter I'm just holding off selling at the moment, because we could be getting something like this on A, B, C, D, E. You can see we've bounced just there already. We may come up and get something up around that, in between the 38.5 and 39 cent mark, and that's just going to add a little bit more to our bottom line if that works out there. If we get up to that E and we've created some bearish divergence, I'll definitely be selling a portion of that spot buy that we got last night. If I'm buying a long-term hold, which is what I said in the tweet, I usually just put that aside and I don't touch it. But my plan for this was so I could get some sleep, and also I knew that it was going to go up, even though I'm still confident that that we're going to get these lower targets. So I'll probably sell maybe 25% of what I bought last night, whip the rest away, and then just have a little play with that, just so I feel better about hitting the targets. What we were looking at, so on Bitcoin this morning, what I was a little bit worried about was this diagonal getting broken. You can see we're flirting with it. We're still not really getting rejected. We've gone up, we've gone down, and Bitcoin does this a lot of times. Sort of has a fake out, fake down, just ruining people that keep flipping their bias, and then it can take off. So obviously, if we break above this kind of, I think we said 8165 region, if we get above that, then it's going to look very nice for Bitcoin, and it'll probably drag XRP up there as well. So just got to keep an eye on that. We don't have to rush any of these trades at the moment, because we've got a really good entry down here around the 36.5 So we're somewhere here, yeah, about 36.5 or a bit below. If we do drop out of this potential rising wedge here, if we start making headway down below here, I might start scaling out of that 25%, maybe sell 5%, 5%, and then just see how we go. Yeah, I mean, even if I don't sell, I'm not too bothered. We've got a really good entry down here. Yes, there is potential to get a lot further down here, but I really do think that we're going to see upward movement from here in the next few weeks. So you just got to look at how much time you've got to dedicate to the trade, what you feel comfortable with, and yeah, just look at all the different possible scenarios. So for me, I'm actually out a fair bit of the day as well today. So if I put anything on, I'll be selling and then putting a stop loss buy above it, and then if I get stopped out, so be it. And then if I come back tonight, I will, yeah, hopefully see where we're at for another purchase, and if I can move that stop loss buy in at some stage today, then away we go. But yeah, that's my thoughts for why I didn't want to completely call that there, even though it's looking like it's going to be a textbook rejection there now. But that's the beauty of hindsight, right? But looking at this, that's not bearish divergence. A regular bearish divergence is sort of a hidden one. But yeah, look, here we go. So we're getting a little tick up now. So look for that thing up around 38.5, 39. If you feel like taking a little journey with me and bank on this wave 5 down, yeah, that looks to be the good entry. Now that's still within our Elliott wave rules on a 4-hour chart for sure. You can wick as long as you don't get a candle close. I mean, we can. I like to use the 4-hour chart because it's pretty reliable. So we can wick all the way up to sort of 39. As long as we're not closing above 39, then we're still alive for that wave 5 drop. Okay, so yeah, let's have a look on there now. Yeah, so you can see we're getting tiny bearish divergence here compared to there, but I mean a MAV's retracement only really indicates a drop back to here, which is just about what we've got. So we could see this just pump down once and then come back up to that E and then go from there. Alright guys, I hope that helps. Cheers.